The morning of Elena's wedding was unusually quiet. Sunlight filtered softly through the lace curtains of the bridal suite, casting golden patterns on the hardwood floor. She stood by the mirror in her ivory dress, hands nervously clasped as her best friend adjusted the final pins in her hair. Today was the day she would marry Noah, the man she loved, the man who had changed her life with his strength, not in muscle or movement, but in spirit and soul. They had met almost 2 years ago, entirely by chance, when she had taken a wrong turn during a charity art walk and stumbled into a small gallery tucked between coffee shops. There, surrounded by vibrant paintings of buildings that didn't yet exist, sat Noah in his wheelchair, sketchbook in hand, a quiet storm of genius behind kind eyes. He had been a rising architect once, until the accident that left him unable to walk, a hit and run that took seconds to happen and years to accept. What drew her in wasn't his story, but how he told it, without bitterness, only resolve. While others saw limitation, she saw brilliance. The way he reimagined space, the humor in his voice, the gentleness in his silence. Love grew not through grand gestures, but quiet moments, cooking together, designing dream homes they might one day build, the way he painted sunlight just as it touched her cheek. Yet as the wedding approached, doubts from others found their way to her ears. Friends who asked, "Are you sure?" Family who whispered, "You'll be his caretaker, not his wife." But Elena never wavered. To her, Noah wasn't broken. He was whole in ways most people never were. The garden venue was breathtaking that day, draped in white roses and warm May light. Guests filled the seats, and at the end of the aisle, beneath a blooming arch, Noah waited. He wore a perfectly tailored navy tuxedo, sitting tall and calm in his sleek wheelchair, his eyes searching for hers the moment she stepped into view. As she walked toward him, veil floating, heart pounding, he smiled, not a casual smile, but the kind only two people in love can understand, steady, knowing, full of quiet awe. When she reached him, he took her hand and kissed her fingers gently, whispering, "You're even more beautiful than I imagined." The ceremony began with laughter and shared glances, soft words of love, and promises built on respect. But just before they exchanged vows, Noah surprised everyone. He looked at the officiant, then at Elena, and said, "Wait, before we begin, I have something to do." Confused murmurs rippled through the crowd as Noah's best man stepped forward, holding what looked like metal braces and crutches. Elena's heart caught in her throat. Noah turned to her with eyes glistening. "I've been training in secret for months," he said, voice shaking, "just to try to stand beside you, even for a moment. For our first step as husband and wife." Slowly, painfully, but determined, Noah began to rise.